A former 7 News anchorette finally resurfaces, and Laura bags the Sandman. Live from Lincoln Road, I'm Amy Atkins, and these are the Times.
And this is very important, especially if you're going up the river. Good deep breath, chest out, exhale.
How Hernandez can keep a hard body while doing hard time.
Kids don't like the school uniforms.
Your name is not on the list, so I'm going to ask you young people to step off the stage.
And South Florida students try to crack the dress code.
Why do you build sandcastles, Victor?
It's very meditative. I'm bored with the world.
And Laura meets the king of the sandcastle.
Hi, welcome to the Times. It's our first edition, and with a full 3 days of rehearsal, one that was actually successful, it's bound to be a wild ride, and we want you on it. So come on down to 605 Lincoln Road. We're on the ground floor of the Sony building. We will put the first person who shows up on the air. We swear, just come on down, look for Mark Mooney, and say the magic word. There's Mark Mooney now. Just say the magic word. It is hi. In the meantime, here's what's topping the Times. Bye-bye birdie. Babyface Bert Hernandez is in jail tonight, having failed the first law of civics. When you're suspected of stealing an election, don't brag about it on tape, especially when you're already under federal indictment. Hernandez finally wiped that smug grin off his face today when a federal judge revoked his bond. The former Miami commissioner was out on bail since he was charged with money laundering last year. But the ever-so-hunky Hernandez was still popular with the people. So popular, he even got the dead to vote. And he was heard on tape allegedly trying to cover up the voter fraud. Bert's incarceration left his wife in tears and befuddled his attorneys, who say they can't defend a jailed defendant. But his aunt, she has a plan.
What's the family going to do?
We're going to pray. We're going to pray to God, who's the best attorney, God.
Apparently failed the second law of physics. Political families are not supposed to swing when the cameras are rolling. Stealing from the port and giving to the rich. Calvin Grigsby, the millionaire who managed or mismanaged a good chunk of Port of Miami finances, surrendered to authorities today. He is charged with embezzlement, theft, and fraud. And nothing comes between former port director Carmen Lanetta and his Calvin. Carmen, the other half of the port's dynamic duo, was indicted last week. Carmen and Calvin allegedly spent more than $1 million of port funds on luxury yachts, lingerie, and other personal necessities. And joining me is a man who knows a lot about politics and prison, former mayor and former inmate Alex Dowd. We are so happy to have you as our first guest.
Thank you, Amy.
I am just curious, you have been exactly where Hernandez is now.
Yes.
What is that like? Where is he going?
This is a very bad situation for Bert. He is now in the Metropolitan Correctional Center, the big building next to federal court. He's handcuffed. They've taken away his belt. They've looked up every orifice he has, and he is literally and figuratively in a very, very difficult situation.
So this is not a country club?
No, he's in a prison now. He's locked down. He doesn't probably get an hour of recreation a day. He's locked down. He doesn't get to see his friends as much as he wants to, his relatives. It's a very, very much a prison where he's in now.
How do they treat politicians in prison?
They treat very rough. Politicians are looked upon very disrespectfully.
Really?
Oh, definitely. If you're a tough inmate, if you're somebody that's there for kidnapping or somebody for murder or somebody
that's
for
better.
Drugs, absolutely. I mean, then you have a reputation. You're a politician, they look upon you as a dirtbag.
Wow. And just finally, did you stay in shape when you were in prison?
I was in fantastic shape in prison, best shape of my life.
All right. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Speaking of staying in shape, with so many local figures heading to jail, we wouldn't want the body politic to get flabby. So here's Kyle Joseph, manager of the Excess Gym in South Beach, with some fitness tips for folks in the slammer.
To the naked eye, this looks like just a toilet, a sink, and a mattress. But actually, it's a health facility. Squats, for instance. Legs. What do we have over here, John?
Just looks like a bunk bed to me.
To the naked eye, it does look like a bunk bed. It's a Stairmaster right here in front of us. Good deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Step 2. Exhale. Step
So Bert doesn't need
2.
it.
To the naked eye, it looks like jailhouse bars. But to the trained eye, there's a rowing machine. And this is very important, especially if you're going up the river. Good deep breath. Chest out. Exhale. 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 Ah, excellent.
Loretta Ranley is another one who could use those tips. She's the grandmother just beginning an 8-year prison term for manslaughter, 17 years after she was sentenced. It seems the system had Alzheimer's and forgot to lock her up. Ranley was convicted of manslaughter in 1981 for killing her boyfriend during a domestic dispute. She appealed, and when she never heard from her court-appointed lawyer or anybody else, she thought everything was okay. But a year ago, the cops showed up at Ranley's door and took her to jail. Today, Ranley was in court trying to get her freedom back. She says she shot her boyfriend because he was physically and sexually abusive. Ranley's lawyers are trying to get the sentence reduced to time served. And Honda reached an accord, get it, accord, with the EPA today. The car maker agreed to pay $17 million in penalties for violating the Clean Air Act. What the company did was disconnect smog devices on 1.5 million cars in the U.S. Honda will also cough up $250 million to customers for free tune-ups and warranty extensions. The fine is the largest ever under the Clean Air Act. Dr. Death wants to give the gift of life. Jack Kevorkian is trying to donate a pair of kidneys taken from a man whose suicide he assisted this weekend in Las Vegas. Organ donation agencies want no part of the body parts, but more than 70 interested individuals have contacted Kevorkian's attorney. Meantime, the authorities are threatening to charge Kevorkian with a felony for mutilating a corpse. They want to know who removed the kidneys and how. It's a good question. Ken Starr will leave no gravestone unturned in his relentless pursuit of Bill and Hillary Clinton. Today, he pestered the Supreme Court yet again. This time, Starr wants to get his hands on the notes from conversations Vince Foster had with his lawyers 9 days before Foster committed suicide in 1993. Foster's lawyer claims the notes are protected by attorney-client privilege, but Starr wants the justices to decide whether that privilege ended with Foster's death. Starr thinks Foster's notes might prove the First Lady lied to investigators about the White House Travel Office firings 5 years ago. No witty segue here. If you missed it, yesterday was World Nude Day. To commemorate the event in the land down under, a bunch of Australians went bowling, as you can see, buck naked. Actually, they did not go the full Monty. They still wore those fabulous shoes. When we come back, local students step up to the fashion plate. Laura Meager meets a man whose home is his sand castle, and driving Miss Carrie, as in Mariah. We are also still waiting for our #1 viewer, so come on down.
Miami riots caused 20 deaths and hundreds of millions in damage on this day in 1980. President Jimmy Carter was greeted by a violently happy crowd when he tried to bring order to Miami City. Upon arrival, his limo was pelted with bottles and stones from the welcoming crowd.
Is not serious at all. He's the little boy who cried wolf.
He has quite a reputation as a practical joker, per se.
Practical joker.
It could be a fake phone call.
He calls me, he says, I won the lotto.
At first we thought, yeah, sure, but...
Did make you want to go,
And I ignored it totally because he is a prankster.
Needless to say, I didn't believe that he won the lotto.
I don't know why nobody believes me.
Leslie won $17 million.
What I would say to doubters is, I've won it once, watch me win it again.
Maybe you can buy yourself a mansion or that quaint little house next door, but you can't afford not to drive a Ford.
Right now, lease the '98 Ford Windstar, the only minivan with a 5-star safety rating for only $221 a month, and that's loaded with features. Or buy a Windstar with up to $2,500 cash back. So get to your South Florida Ford dealer and let them prove
you can't afford not to drive a Ford.
People crave the taste of Pollo Tropical's quarter chicken value meal with homemade black beans and rice. Just $2.99 every day and only from Pollo Tropical.
You're not from around here, are you?
Pollo Tropical, the taste you'll crave.
The city's hot, you cool it down. You like it cold as ice. You got the taste, the best around. You never need to think twice. You got the taste of the city, Holyfield. The taste of the city, Holyfield. Holyfield. Miami.
And that's why I went to public school, so I wouldn't have to wear uniforms. And I was still a geek. Still am a geek, but I'm okay with that. Most students would give their school uniforms an F, and that doesn't stand for fashionable. And more South Florida schools are requiring these school uniforms. So Diane Mocha challenged the drabby dress code and had a run-in with the fashion police.
These kids can't wait till next week when they tear off their final reminder of school for the last time. When you guys get home, what's the first thing you do normally?
Take off our uniform.
But the mandatory uniform is far from washed up as 13 more schools prepare to try the concept on for size in the fall. What do most of the kids think about the uniforms?
None of them like it.
There's not a lot to like. Come on, plaid jumpers, formal ties, polo shirts. After all, school administrators aren't known for their sense of style.
I'd say like 2 zippers here.
But fashion designers are. So we asked a couple to develop a fantasy uniform kids would really want to wear.
Yeah, hip huggers and short blouses.
Tammy Apostle creates internationally famous fashions for Jerry Kelly Couture.
One thing that is in right now a lot also are the capri pants that they're coming in.
They would never trust the school to tell them what's trendy, but they would definitely trust you. South Beach designer Alberto Arroyo also knows which looks are hot.
Right now, kids like to wear like a lot of oversized stuff.
So our first homework assignment is to find the right fabric. It's got to be non-traditional.
Exactly.
Not too much. I had a camouflage then.
Okay.
That would be
Camouflage.
cool. David Gomez dives for that option after giving Paul Bell Middle School failing marks for its drab uniform. Long pants, jeans, or shorts?
Shorts.
Just like David, Karina Castanera is anxious to dump her school's outdated outfit.
Yeah, this outfit looks good.
But the bell bottoms, you see those? Your friends wear those?
Yeah, we all wear those.
And you like them?
Yeah. I was also thinking, see, look at this satiny fabric.
What do you think your friends would say if you told them this is the new uniform for Paul Bell Middle School for the girls?
Well, they would go like crazy.
I feel nice, a sugar and spice. I feel nice, a sugar and spice.
As test day for our new uniform rolls around, the kids are the ones giving out the grades. So David, what do you think?
It's great. The best thing about it is that you can even go out to the street and they won't notice his uniform because everybody wears those now.
Yeah, I like it.
The girls' prototype also passes with flying colors. So what do you think?
It's great.
And what do you think?
Cool.
Cool, so that's a thumbs up from the kids' point of view. Now that the kids are all on the same page, we try to bring the lessons they taught us to school administrators, like the deputy superintendent.
I happen to like all uniforms. However, each school has a set of rules.
So we tracked down the principal. Could all the kids wear that? Do you think that would work as a uniform?
I'm gonna have to run.
Our only chance to make the grade seems to be the school board. The kids don't like the school uniforms.
Your name is not on the list. So I'm gonna ask you young people to step off this stage.
Then we're sent to the principal's office, and she still won't talk to us.
If she likes it so much and she picked it, she should wear it too.
Aha! That can be our next assignment for our designers.
And we asked the administrators if the kids could wear the proposed designs to school just once, but they refused. Mark Mooney, has our viewer showed up yet?
Amy, I'm afraid to report that there are a number of curiosity seekers out here, but not one person will step forward to admit that they saw the opening minutes of our maiden broadcast day. Have I told you we're live out here? But I assure you, once that person steps forward, we will break into programming and give you the latest developments.
Thank you, Mark. And we do have this chair right here. We maybe even could get a shot of this chair. Here it is. This is our #1 viewer chair. So if you come down, you'll be right here in the hot seat. We might even give you a free T-shirt, which I haven't even been able to get yet. So 605 Lincoln Road, 33139. When we come back, Laura Meager gets some serious sand in her shoes. Moses takes charge of the NRA, and Kelly Mitchell is not on Channel 7 anymore, so where is she? We'll tell you.
Pugilistic, like a boxer. Humberto Hernandez's father-in-law went pugilistic when he took a cheap shot at hapless photographers.
Insurance offices are popping up everywhere. Over 250,000 people trust our honest, friendly, and dependable service. Estrella Insurance is the fastest growing insurance agency in South Florida. We insure everyone. You'll feel safe and secure knowing you're insured by the star of auto insurance. Visit Estrella Insurance in your neighborhood. Call 203-7722, 203-7722, and drive on over for a free quote today.
Malibu, just give me Malibu. A Chevy Malibu.
American excellence and style. The all-new Chevy Malibu, only $199 a month.
Malibu, the car you knew America could build.
The award-winning Malibu, only $199 a month at your Southern Chevy dealers now.
As long as there have been drivers, there have been accidents. If you're injured in an accident because of someone else's carelessness, you may face medical bills, lost income, and an uncertain future. At Cohen & Cohen, we've been helping accident victims since 1970. If you've been injured in any type of accident, what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone and call Cohen & Cohen now for answers regarding your legal rights. Call Cohen & Cohen now at 1-800-33-COHEN. That's 1-800-33-COHEN.
With all the attention on healthcare these days, there's a growing demand for healthcare professionals. America needs doctors and nurses and people trained to help them in the office, in the lab, and working with patients. Medical assistants filled that role. It's a career for people who care about people.
Want a good career fast? Call City College for information on becoming a medical assistant or find out about our other exciting careers. City College, come for the learning.
It may seem like cops.
What we've got is that somebody has a gun.
But on this show, they ask questions first.
Do you have any sense of why this guy would have been killed?
And shoot later.
Does the gun belong in this house?
You're killing me here.
Gun is discharged.
It's never happened.
The stories to the people who bring you the story.
Did you know there was a dead guy back there?
City Desk, The Herald, premiering tonight at 9:30 on Miami, Channel 69.
Still looking for our viewer. Come on down. Laura's on the loose tonight, taking her stream of unconscious reporting to the beach, where she meets up with a Renaissance man, artist, architect, designer Victor Leong. His medium, sand. His message, sand.
Welcome to Victor's Great Castle by the Sea. And Miami Beach is the place to be.
Why do you build sandcastles, Victor?
It's very meditative. I'm bored with the world. Everyone's going to the same old place, doing the same old jobs with the same old haircuts. Try to break away from the barriers. By accident, you may discover something even better. Oh no, I have a funny feeling about that tower.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, now you've done it. The concept is that, you know, people come from around the world to visit Miami Beach, and I want people to see the sandcastles. They take pictures. I get hired by agencies.
You get enough money for this to pay your rent?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Wait a second. Fix it.
What's your message?
Designers don't have message. They just create fashion, styles, architectures. I think I'm dysfunctional. I'm a fool. I think of myself as a wizard, like the Wizard of Sand.
You ever get anybody join in and build with you?
Slaves.
Oh, yo, yo.
Yeah.
Who lives in this castle?
The fantasies of people, the dreams. That's what a sandcastle is.
Victor, you do other kinds of art?
Yeah, I sculpt models, paintings, shipping bottles.
Can we check it out?
Yeah, you guys gotta come over there and check it out.
Yo, dude. Victor, you been running errands?
No, I just got from the beach. All right.
You rode your bike from the beach?
Yeah.
How long does that take you?
It takes about 2 to 3 hours. And when I'm at home, it's like a factory out here. I build ships inside bottles of all kinds. This is like a tugboat.
Is that for sale, Victor?
No, it's not for sale. I kind of gave it to a friend of mine.
How do you get the boat in the bottle?
Well, I have tools right here. This is where I build them. You gotta push it in.
So you have a pushing tool?
Yeah, pushing tools. And you gotta it's kind of tricky. It's like, you gotta have that patience. You have to guide it in.
And you lay every piece of the ship in, but with the use of these elongated tools?
Yeah.
Oh. What do you call this guy?
The sister ship was the Heart. I nicknamed it the Soul. The stores, they wanted to sell this for $4,000, this galleon. And I was asking a mere $900. So now I'm thinking...
Does that hurt you?
Oh, no, it's a great compliment.
All right, let's see if this bad boy will float.
Yeah.
Okay. How heavy is that?
40 pounds. There she goes, look.
Would you like to sail like that?
Probably. It's a dream. It's a dream. If you build it, they will come. You gotta go with that.
Gotta go with that. You know that ship Laura and Victor sailed? The deck is made of 10,000 coffee stirs stolen from Borders Books. Local news. There's been a Kelly Mitchell sighting. The missing in action former Channel 7 anchor was spotted at a wedding party for 5:30 anchor Lynn Martinez. Recently, Kelly mysteriously disappeared from Channel 7 after what can best be described as a bizarre on-air performance when the Monica Lewinsky story broke. She told co-workers that she's been hanging out and trying to keep busy. One 7 News hound told us she's also, quote, collecting a big fat paycheck. She wasn't working here. Speaking of big fat paychecks, Mariah Carey's limo company wants theirs. And if she doesn't pay up, her former driver is threatening to expose her backseat behavior. Mariah was apparently carrying on with Yankee star Derek Jeter while she was married to Sony Records chief Tommy Mottola. The limo company claims the singer owes them $1 million. I guess that would be a lot of rides. He kicked Egyptian butt as Moses, took aim at the White House over the weekend, and today became the president of the National Rifle Association. Charlton Heston, he gets around. At a convention in Philadelphia today, the NRA made Heston their top gun, and he came out firing. Heston has been a firearms fan for years and recently challenged Barbara Streisand to a debate. And hey, it's Chris McWatt. He's the new sports guy. I guess we're all new.
We're all new.
Yeah, so what do you do here?
Well, what do I do here?
What
I'm
do
the
you do here?
sports co-host at 10 o'clock, and today we have the epitome of style and intensity.
Pat Riley.
Pat Riley.
Has to be.
Head coach, Pat Riley.
Love him.
So we're going to talk a little bit on court, a little bit off court, a little bit personal life, and get up close and personal with Pat Riley.
With Pat Riley.
Yeah.
Have the Heat sort of like stepped up to the fashion plate?
They have. Once Riley enters the room, as you can tell, I have
Look at
also,
you.
no blue jeans, no t-shirt, stepped up to that plate.
It's true. Did you see it like the Knicks before he was with the Knicks?
Right.
They all look pretty
Well,
bad.
in fact, in one of Pat's books, he talks about how he stepped up from being a Laker coach to being the Knick coach. As he grew in stature, he went from casual to three-piece suits, Armani and Hugo Boss.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can catch Sportstown tonight and every weeknight at 10 right here on Miami.
Watch Sportstown.
And now, Chris.
Well, Amy, it's a very auspicious day. We have what is quite possibly the most groundbreaking, cutting-edge weather system on the face of the planet. And we're going to show you just what it does in a moment. But first, Bill, what's up on Out Loud?
Thanks, Chris. Tonight on Out Loud, immediately following the news, Miami apartheid, the most divided city in America, and it's your fault. And on the lighter side, Allie, what's my horoscope like?
Hey, Gemini, and today's your birthday. Geminis born today love to give, so give something away, give yourself some space, and give everybody else a break.
Over the years, there have been many great moments at McDonald's. No reason to stop now. Introducing McDonald's Big Extra Burger. It's a whole new taste from McDonald's. Crisp lettuce, ripe tomatoes, a big beef patty 20% bigger than the Whopper. And at $2.99 with large fries and a medium soft drink, it could be the biggest news since... Yeah, this is big. Did somebody say McDonald's?
14 years ago, our first branch was planted. We dedicated ourselves to providing personalized service to individuals and businesses alike. We knew we had a bright future. Bank United has grown to become the second largest bank headquartered in Florida. With our roots strongly planted here, we've experienced tremendous growth to over $3 billion in assets. Our plans for the future? Continued growth, continued service. We can't always predict the future, but we can foresee a great banking relationship. Bank United, Florida's premier bank.
What station is that gets you through your workday? It's Coast 97.3 FM, the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. For the best variety throughout your 9 to 5 that won't put you to sleep, it's South Florida's Coast 97.3 FM, the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today with less talk.
Hello there, I'm your host, Veronica Palaio, and this is Miami Channel 69 at 605 Lincoln Road. You're watching The Times. At 8, a hot late night show comes to prime time, and that's Politically Incorrect with host Bill Maher and his guests, Kristen Davis and Batman Adam West. And coming up next is Out Loud with host Bill Tech. Our Salsa King of Miami will be tackling some locally hot topics right here, only on Miami Channel 69.
Miami!
Out here with Chris Sloan and his special guest. Have you had any sighting of anybody who's actually seen this show so far?
Well, these people have kind of right here, but we don't have TVs in our offices, so we really don't know. Anyway, that was awkward, but first off, we have this really cool piece of weather technology, and we have a special guest. This is Gene Rubin. He's going to tell us about why here at USA Broadcasting we have spent so many simoleons on the coolest weather technology around. Gene, why did we buy this thing?
Thank you, Chris. I'm from Weather Services International, and we have a system that is called Precision Cast, 20-kilometer resolution data. That's 12-mile resolution data. Output every 5 minutes. That's 16 times more data than the old models that most other people use. 16 times.
We can't even afford ties around here, but we're going to see if this fancy weather contraption is all that it check up to be. But first off, let's see the current conditions right now outside. Woo, it's cooled down a little bit, 86 degrees, winds out of the east at 17, and the heat index 93, not as bad as it has been. And the temperature's looking okay everywhere else. You see a little popcorn showers. None of that really going to affect us, except maybe a less than 10% chance of it hitting where you are. Now, the neighborhood radar, again, it was a little active earlier, but right now we're living in the future, and who cares about that? Let's see what the national forecast is. If you're leaving in La La Land, Hollyweird, we got that June gloom, morning fog, which when you see the red letters on Los Angeles, that means fog delays. So if you've got an appointment with your agent or your liposuction surgeon, check ahead because you might not make it on time, and also it's shot at a little bit of rain in Chicago. Going down to sunny South America, remember it's approaching winter down there, so please be careful, take a jacket, it's a little cool, and you know, 79 degrees expected in Rio de Janeiro, but with the inflation rate, it should be about 355 degrees by the end of the day. Now, travel weather, again, the only, a little shot of rain where we are, but again, Mother Nature is blessing us with a little ocean breeze, so we're actually the best in the state. Again, if you're going to Orlando, be sure to drink plenty of water before you go to the park because Mickey Mouse charges about $20 for a glass of water inside the park. Now, the neighborhood clouds overnight, it's going a little bit slow, but this is the cool thing. Watch these clouds. We're actually going to show you where the potential for cloud cover is, and boom, it's up near Homestead when you wake up in the morning, which means in that area about a 10% chance of rain. And again, Florida, the chance of a popcorn shower could be anywhere in the day. Again, not so bad by lunchtime, 89 degrees in Miami, 88 along the beach, with ever so slight chot of rain. Then 5 o'clock as we move towards the end of the day, you can see, again, the popcorn showers, pop-up rain shower. We have a better shot at that, especially in the western areas, but that's like 15%. Now, the boat and beach, well, RPF about 5,000 out there. It's going to be an that's pretty violent weather index of about 9. And temperatures in the water, pretty nice, especially if you're going to Key Largo, 84 degrees. And if we can show you that 5-day forecast, it's looking like this. The button worked. We're going to have to actually pay Gene for his weather system. 89 degrees, the slightest chance for shower tomorrow afternoon. And throughout the rest of the week, pretty seasonal with a little bit of showers. And that's all outside here on Lincoln Road and back into the Glass Menagerie.
Thank you, Chris. And I have some late word from Mark Mooney that somebody actually did see the show, and they're very upset that I'm not selling cubic zirconium. Anyway, if you're watching the show and you want to come back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We will definitely put you on. Our #1 viewer chair is still empty. Actually, there's somebody in it now, but we will empty it for you. And time's up. Was it good for you too? Let us know what you think. Write us at 605 Lincoln Road, Miami Beach, 33139. You can call us at 604-6200, or you can email us at thetimes@miamiusa.com. Better yet, please come on down. We'll put you on, we swear. I'm Amy Atkins, and these are the Times. Good luck on yours. Is this exciting as hell or what?
I feel totally at ease.
You're not nervous at all? You know why? Because you look like $1 million, and we know that's all that matters.
You look like $1 million.
Hey, thanks, man.
It's duck season.
Rabbit season.
That's what I heard. Uptown, baby. Tonight on Out Loud, the blacks are here, the Hispanics are here, the Jews are here, the WASPs are here. Miami is the most segregated, actually divisive community in America, and it's your fault. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it out loud.
largest contact lens store with 8 million.